So I am Gloria and I do run the UGC Academy. I'm here with my business partner, Alexander. He runs the very, very important part of the UGC Academy, which is our agency. We're business partners. And he runs the agency side, and the agency side is very, very much needed with us in the UGC Academy, because this is essentially how we place the creators into huge brands that we'll get into in a second. But Alexander does more of the placing creators, and I do more of the coaching creators to make sure that you guys are up to par and ready to be placed into brand deals. So in today's video, Alexander is going to be breaking down his part, why it's so important for every creator to not only be a creator that can produce high quality content. My side, I coach creators to do that, but Alexander, he's my business partner, and he places creators into big brand deals. So you guys get that experience, get paid, and grow as creators as well. So Alexander, take it away.
Absolutely. Thank you, Gloria, for the wonderful intro.
For sure.
Yeah, it's very important to me because I am on calls with the actual people who pay the creators' paychecks, which are most of the time the founders, the CMOs, or head of marketings in big companies, right? We focus on apps and AI companies mainly. And so this is kind of where Gloria comes in. We have certain standards that we need to fulfill within the agency. Our clients have certain standards, which is why I give that to Gloria, and she does a wonderful job of training you guys to get up to par to the standards in order for me to be able to place you within the agency. That's kind of how it works. I think we are literally the only ones currently on the market who have that hybrid model, right? One is creator training, the other one is actually agency placement. You either get one or the other. You either get training programs or like UGC courses where you
or apps or platforms that do like small placements, but nothing as serious as where we train you so you get to a place where you can work with billion-dollar companies.
Yeah, there is nobody with a consistent hiring pipeline and brand deal pipeline. So we combine creators as the supplier and then the brands as the demand. And so we are the only ones currently on the market that actually do that on a high scale. So yeah, I think that's very important and what makes this work so well. I mean, some campaigns I can just list off the ones that we work with. A lot of you probably know. We are working currently with Perplexity AI, which is a $20 billion company. They just jumped from 18 billion with a B, by the way. They jumped from 18 billion to 20 billion recently. We have a 10 creator campaign running with them. I actually recently signed, I don't know if I told you, I signed a Flash AI.
Okay.
Like a week ago.
Yeah.
26K deal. They have raised a funding of 12.5 million. Just to give you guys an understanding of the kind of caliber we're talking about in terms of actual brands. So these are the kind of companies that we're talking about here. They've raised 12.5 million in funding. The client is looking to spend around 12K a month with us, 12K in base rate across the period that we agreed on. It's a 2-month minimum contract. And then they budgeted in 14K in performance-based payouts. So to kind of give you guys an understanding, we do traditional UGC, like traditional, let's say paid ads, or let's say you do a couple of videos a week or in a one batch that then gets handed off to the client, or we do what we call CPM campaigns. So they are based on how much views each creator generates and how much views the campaign actually generates across its duration. And that's what they pay me for, right? I make sure that I have an overview of everything within the agency, but obviously I hire people to actually run the campaigns for me who manage big campaigns, let's say 10 creators and up.
And then every creator needs to understand that they need to be trained for both kinds, right? They need to be trained for traditional UGC and also projects with these, huge companies that are looking for that CPM type of video.
Absolutely. Not everybody has a 26K budget lying around.
Not at all. And you have to be trained up to that point where you can handle that so you can build solid, steady income with UGC.
I think that's really where it comes from, where it comes in, right? CPM campaigns, you get paid a base rate per month, plus based on your performance, like how many views you generate. That gives creators, I think, an amazing stability. Yeah. Because they know at least because we do 2-month minimum contracts with the companies, that gives them at least 2 months of a heads up how much money they're minimum going to earn. And these campaigns range from, let's say, 800 a month to 1K a month, 1.5 to 2K a month. And then obviously the upside is limitless.
And it's so beautiful having this type of UGC, because it's trending, and also you don't have a cap to how much you can make. And it's a beautiful model because you're not just paid, yes, the $200, $500, $1,000 retainers themselves, they're very cool. But also same time, when you have a CPM, a percentage on top of that, depending upon how many views you generate for these brands, you just are paid upon performance on top of that. So the better you become as a creator, the more you're gonna get paid. So you start betting on yourself, start increasing your UGC skills, and eventually you'll be, making a lot of money from UGC and making a big impact with your UGC with these brands and companies.
Absolutely. And as Gloria mentioned as well, we don't do only CPM campaigns, we do traditional campaigns as well.
Yes.
One big thing that I want to go into is the current Cloud9 clothing campaign that we have. Performed very well right now. We're sitting at 4.1 million views generated across its duration. We're at like the 1 month mark at the moment, and it's only going to go up from here. We have 10 creators placed in that campaign. Cloud9 Clothing sits at 500,000 annual revenue, and so they have the budget to spend. And I wanted to go into the kind of creators that we did place in that campaign. Currently 10, as I said. Why don't you introduce some of them, Gloria? Because you've been the most involved in training them, guiding that journey from where they started to where they are now, being placed in a campaign like this.
100%. I mean, first of all, I'm the face of the brand myself. I've generated millions and millions of views for this company. I get paid a pretty decent retainer with them every single month, over $2,000. And for this company, Cloud9 specifically, I'm the ambassador of this brand, and I get paid over $20K a year from this single company alone. And I've gotten the opportunity to place my creators. I got to hand select 10 of my creators underneath me in my UGC Academy to work with them directly so they can generate millions and millions of views for them. With my trainings and with all of the data I've received over time while working with Cloud9.
Yeah, pretty much. Gloria handpicked these creators, some of the best, I feel like, from the actual academy due to the training that they've received while I've been a part of it. And I had the privilege of getting them into one of my campaigns and then placing them with that amazing brand as well. I can list some of them, right? We have Jessie Williams. So Jessie actually is a full-time mom. She has 2 kids on the spectrum. They're both neurodivergent, so she's caring for them full-time as well as being part of this campaign. And which really aligned with the brand, right? Because Cloud9 is about sensory clothing for people on the spectrum. So for this specific campaign, I actually want to shout out another student, which is Missy. I talked to her personally at the beginning, and I know that she has worked somewhere north of 80 hours a week producing north of, again, 80 videos a month, 80 to 90 videos a month for less than 2K actually. She has been a part of multiple brand deals before she joined our team, which paid her little to nothing, and she actually had to work her ass off in order to make little to nothing. Again, less than 2K a month. Now, due to Gloria's training and to the agency placements, she's working way less now, so she knows how to properly batch film videos. Her workload reduced to about 10% of what it was before. And again, I didn't know that was even possible, to be honest. I think that was an incredible job from the academy side as well.
And I think that, she went from less than 2K a month working her ass off to making $5,000 from a single brand deal, which is insane. And guys, this isn't just luck. This is, Missy, she works her ass off. She puts in hard work. She, does the work that needs to be done. She went through the training, and that's all a creator needs to do, And now she's positioned in this brand and she's making a lot of money, right? Over $5,000 from a single brand deal. And she went from hustling and bustling less than 2K a month. She could barely survive off of that. She's working another job off of that. So there's a big jump that a lot of creators can have and go through when they just put their head down and commit and become the best creator they can.
Yeah, absolutely. These campaigns, we have Cloud9, Flash AI, and then the one with Perplexity. These are just some of the campaigns that we run. If you're interested, you can actually check out the agency's homepage. They're all pretty much on there, all previous clients, all partnerships. And then speaking of which, how we even got to those big clients as brands is through our partnerships, our network. We've built up from previously Gloria's old network. We've brought in a bunch of brand deals, like for example, Cloud9. Right?
Yes.
I brought my own network, and then we've built the network together as an agency academy duo to where now we have an exclusive partnerships with two of the biggest UGC platforms globally, I believe. I'm very happy to announce SideShift is one of them. 500K creators they have currently on that platform, which manage huge brands like Doritos, L'Oreal, Lovable. They did a campaign for them as well. So we are actually one of the only 3 agencies that are exclusively signed with them to fulfill what they call their white glove clients. So basically, brands, when they come on these platforms, either have the choice of sourcing creators themselves and running their campaigns, or the big brands, what they do is pay platforms like SideShift north of 10K to 20K just for them to set up their campaign, source the creators, and then run that campaign for them because they don't want to do it on their own. I actually talk to their founders on a daily basis, 2 of their founders. So we have connects to them and their uncountable household names. Because of this deal, we are actually taking over the role of SideShift. So the brands are now paying us instead of SideShift, these 10 to 20K retainers, to manage their campaigns for them because SideShift doesn't want to do it anymore. So anything between an 8 and 20 campaign from a major brand pretty much goes to us. That's partnership number 1. Second partnership that I was able to get was with Media Maxing. They have around 15,000 creators and about 40 plus white glove brands, which are all CPM based, so based on performance. And our creators actually get exclusive access to their material as well. They're very good at what they do in terms of getting creators viral. So we have literally exclusive access from the Academy creators to their material in order to help with the actual training. So there is literally no way for creators not to perform if they actually put their head down. Because we have 1, the absolute incredible access to brand deals, and 2, absolute incredible access to actual training. So we get the actual brand deals from our network, from our connections, as well as we're currently sending, as the agency, thousands of emails a day. Because I know, Gloria, we talked about this. Acquiring brand deals for creators is some of the hardest work that a creator has to do, and it's the first.
Yes.
Which can stop a lot of creators in their tracks.
Yeah.
Because they encounter this huge barrier to entry right at the front. And so they keep banging their heads against this huge wall, which is, how do I even get to my first brand deal?
Yeah.
Right. And so we take that over completely. Once, so for the brand deals within the agency, you have to send no emails, no pitches. You don't have to get on any sales calls with any brands because that's all taken over by me and my team. All you have to do is literally show up, do the work first, go through the training. And then once you get placed into a campaign, show up, actually do the work, produce the videos, and that's it. It is literally that easy. And I think that makes it very attractive for us, for creators starting out as well, because they don't have that huge wall, which is, how am I even going to get to my first brand deal?
Yeah.
They don't even have to think about that anymore.
Yeah, for sure. So thanks, Alexander. He just broke down how it all worked. And guys, this is how we can literally guarantee that you win, guarantee that you become the best creator possible and make the most money from UGC possible, is because we have the best training partnered with the best agency. And this is how we can guarantee brand placements, because all of these companies and brands that we're partnered with on the agency side, they need quality creators. And that's why we have the Academy, to make sure that you get there. And that's why we have the best program out there, because it's literally impossible for a creator to come in here and not win. It's impossible. And we have so many success stories on creators changing their lives because of how impactful this partnership is and how many brands that we're tapped into.
Absolutely. There is, as I said previously, there is literally nobody on the market currently with a hybrid model like us that is operating at scale.
Yeah.
We are literally the only ones that have aligned incentives to get you the best results, because that's literally how I make my money.
Yeah.
Is through the agency. Otherwise, I get nothing. If you don't achieve results, this partnership doesn't work, and that's it. We don't make any money, which is why it's incredibly important for us to make sure that you do get the results that you have the best experience possible, and that you get, this is literally, in my eyes, the fastest way to get to a stable income with UGC out there at all.
Yeah.
Because you either do it yourself, right? Which is, you go out, you have to pitch, you have to convince brands on sales calls. even find the brands in the first place. You have to do the creative strategy for the content, so actually write your own scripts. Make sure that everything is perfect, and then there is no real guarantee of continued work with the brands. That's one. Or you can buy a course, go out there, spend like 2K on like 5 hours of video material that's out there currently. And I damn well know that nobody looks at that and nobody actually implements on it. Not to mention, when you do buy a course, that's it. The transaction is over. So the people, the gurus who actually market those things, all they benefit from is literally how many people buy my stuff. So all they focus on is how many people can I convince to buy my stuff, right? What that leads to is they don't even care if you actually achieve the results that are promised in the front end, because they don't have to, right? They got their money, they can go live a happy life afterwards, right? And not to mention, if all a person needed would be information, how to, for example, make money with UGC, or how to build a good physique, a good body, everyone in this world would be filthy rich and have six-pack abs, because everybody knows, you know, what that looks like, what the step could look like, and also how to work out and how to build a diet. And if that was a solution, everybody would have those results. The reality is most people actually don't, right, that have access to that information. Because here's the thing, even in these courses, the information is static, right? So let's say the person creates the course and that's it. They don't have to develop it because they literally don't care. What we have is, we don't have static information. We are improving over and over and over again as time progresses. We are only getting better as time progresses, because Gloria, I know that you have currently like 6 coaches on payroll that are actively doing UGC. Literally the highest paid creators that I personally know, making, I think the top one, David, 35K a month just with UGC.
Yeah.
Not TikTok Shop. And Jared making 25K.
Yeah.
Alex Gatlin making more than 10K, 10 to 15.
Yeah.
Right? And so these people are actively going out. They are the ones with Gloria who are mentoring our students, who are actually teaching you because they have the most current base of knowledge and not something outdated from 2 years ago when they did UGC once, right? And so that's how we can guarantee that you have literally the best place to actually achieve your results within UGC and shorten that time span on how fast you can actually do it. That's one. So to recap, you can either do it by yourself, right? Go through the whole hassle that I know you went through years ago and during the period of multiple years.
Yeah.
You can buy a course that has probably outdated information, and I mean, the person can just have a nice lifestyle and show you nice clothes and nice cars, right? And then don't care really after you buy what happens to you, because they don't have to. Or you can partner up with literally the best program that is currently out there on the market, where we have the most current information, as well as direct accountability, some of the best creators on the planet currently, internationally, as well as guaranteed placements inside of an agency because of our partnerships and our network and our acquisition systems. So I think the choice in my mind is pretty obvious, and that's why we have been getting a lot of applications, because people realize this, how powerful this is to build a UGC career. I think we're up to around 500 to 1,000 applications a month currently.
Yeah.
So we get about 30 applications a day. Just for reference, right? Gloria has 100K followers as we're recording this on IG. And so these are people who want to get into UGC, who started their UGC journey, who want personal mentorship from Gloria, who are looking for direct placement with brands, as well as, I mean, we have opened it up to pretty much everybody. Them 100K people. We have the free community at around 3.5K currently. So these are serious UGC creators who are already making money with UGC. And also the actual academy itself currently has 160 members who are all working towards the goal of getting placed within the agency and hitting their income goals with UGC. And I can only, take on so many people within the agency as well.
We both can only take on so many people.
I mean, absolutely, right? And currently we have 50 to 60 creators within the actual agency, because the rest within the academy are at the point where they train to become agency creators as well. Yeah,
so you heard it step by step, exactly how you can become the best UGC creator possible coming in 2026. Start making a ton of money and getting placed with brands, huge companies out there, and start building wealth with UGC. And I mean, again, information is one thing, but actually taking action on the information is another thing. And we actually deny 97% of applicants, I believe, 97%, because we're really looking to take on the people that are serious, the people that are committed to making a change, and the people that want to build, you know, that have that true passion and want to build wealth for themselves online. So if you're a winner and you want to completely transform your life with UGC, and start traveling maybe, or unlock that freedom money where you're not tied down to your job anymore. Yeah, so guys, zero risk, to be honest. And if you're a winner, if you're an action taker, this is your time to take back control, take back your income, and make a difference in your life.